Beach FM, locals talking to locals.
As our Otaki Community Board Chair, Chris Papps, and we say good morning, Chris.
Good morning, everyone. Hi, Nigel. How are you today?
Great. We're good day for golf today. No wind, no excuses.
No, I played Twilight last night, so I've given today a miss.
All right. What's the course like out there at the moment?
It's lovely.
Yeah.
Really playing well. It's really good. Now we've had a bit of rain, and although we did have a bit of flooding on the 11th fairway from a block drain that overflowed, and there was silt all over it, so it was a bit mucky for a few days, but it's all cleared up now.
Yeah. Any other problems up there after Gita?
No, we seem to be fairly well spared up here.
Yeah.
We sort of battened down the hatches here and then got up the next morning and thought, wow, nothing really happened.
Oh, fair enough too.
So,
now, you put your meeting off until when? 27th or thereabouts?
Yes, we had it on Tuesday night. So It was a very interesting meeting. We had a contingent from Old Houtree that have problems with noise already from the construction of the expressway, and they've got quite a few concerns. So we changed protocol a little bit to allow them to speak later on in the meeting after Fletchers had given their little presentation, and so it went well, and I think they went away feeling a bit happier, if not entirely happy, but at least a little bit happier that they're at least being listened to, and that the Otaki Community Board, is prepared to support them in reasonable problems that they do have, and hopefully we can get it all worked out with NZTA and Fletchers so that they're satisfied. Because it's a big disruption to a lot of people up here. You don't actually realise until they start doing the earthworks and the digging and exactly what sort of an impact it is going to have and how big it actually is. You've just got no idea until they start.
That's right.
And it is. I mean, the whole landscape's changing down Old State Highway 1, and it is very, very big for Otaki. So.
Yep. Well, we went through that down here, and of course, Levin's the next one. Possibly you've got to go through it, but I was just thinking. I suppose from the hours,
the southern end, that was sort of a lot of it was hidden behind, and you didn't actually see it till the end. Whereas with this section, it's in your face. It's going to be in your face the whole way. Yep. You're actually going to see every little bit.
Well, there's nothing much you can do about the noise, I suppose, apart from the hours that they operate. I suppose
that's right.
Yeah. So I don't know how you're going to get over that one, Chris.
Well, no. Well, as I say, hopefully Fletchers and NZTA are being, they're being very, very cooperative.
Yes, they can.
Very easy to deal with, and hopefully we can iron out any problems and mitigate any sort of problems that these poor residents do have. So what did Fletcher tell you at the meeting? The other thing was we had Jake Roos come and apply for a grant, and they're doing a low carbon cavity, and it's going to be a Lego exhibition down in Coastlands, and I think it's in March, April. I think it's going to be down there. It's going to be interactive, and they're having days where you can go along and build Lego and things like that. So it should be really good. And I asked them at the meeting, would it be possible to bring it up to Otaki, because there's a lot of our people can't actually get down there. They don't have the public transport, as you know, isn't that good from here, and there's a lot of kids that would actually love to see it. So we're hoping that it will be able to be brought to Otaki at some stage, which will be great for our kiddies up here, and the older kiddies too that enjoy Legos. So.
Yeah, that's right. It's a family thing, isn't it? Now
it is. I took my grandson to the one in Wellington, and it was just absolutely fantastic. There were that many big children there. I think the smaller ones didn't get a look in some cases.
So is this going to be on the same scale as Te Papa?
No, not quite.
Right, okay.
A mini scale.
Yes. So is this for school holidays, is it?
I think it's, what did I say? I think it's March, April it's going to be. So yes, here we go, March, April. Yep. So it'll be there for a wee while, and I'm pretty sure, I think the school holidays start early April.
Yep. Who else got a grant on the night, Gail?
There were a few. The RSA for ANZAC Day for helping out with food and things like that, because it's going to be a very big ANZAC Day this one, because it's the 100 year, and so that'll be huge. Yep. Apparently the army contingent's more than doubled what they've had in the past. Wow. So, and there were a couple of touch teams and an individual grant for rugby, and we had a young Patrick Joss, his mother came.
Yes.
He'd got a grant for his tennis a wee while ago to go to Australia to play, and as usual, he brings home the silverware, so he's a very talented young man, and I think we'll be seeing him for some years to come as he gets older playing, in the bigger tournaments and things. He's very dedicated, and as I say, always reports back afterwards, which is great to see, because we do like to hear how, when we give out these grants, it's not just, like a lolly scramble. We do like them to come back and say how they've done and what they've achieved, which is fantastic.
It is indeed. No, it seems to run in the family. His dad, Steve, is still playing. He's a very good player too. So, yeah, good old Patrick. He plays in Wellington Inter Club at the top level too.
He's a delightful young man. Yeah. Absolutely delightful.
He's only about 14 or 15, isn't he? Or might be 15, 16 now.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, he's only a young one, I can tell you.
Yeah.
Now, how's that Hirotai swimming pool going? I mean, the schools use it at all?
Oh, yes. I mean, I was driving down Mill Road a week or so ago, and there was this long procession of school children with their backpacks on heading towards the pool. Obviously, I think it was Otaki Primary School. I think it could have been any one of them, but obviously they were taking a huge group of children down there. So that I'm sure it's being used to its capacity, and it is lovely. It's just bright and breezy. It's a pleasure to go in there now. It's really lovely.
What about the barbecue? We got that operating?
The barbecue's going, yes, and I went down and had a look at it the other day, and it's obviously being used because it's got that used look about it already. And it's now got its cover over it, so if it's raining a little bit, you don't get wet while you're cooking your barbecue. So no, it's certainly being used.
And people are taking their rubbish away afterwards, aren't they?
Well, I never saw any rubbish lying around.
That's
so
good.
Hopefully they are.
Yes, fair enough. All right, Gail, we'll run out of time, but thanks for your time. Anything you want to say before we go, by the way?
No, just that, as I say, Otaki is just a great place to be, and lovely, lovely people up here. The whole Kapiti Coast, actually. It's just the place to live.
It is indeed. Thanks, Gail.
Chris,
where did you get Gail from? I don't know. Must be the next one I'm talking to. All right, Chris. You enjoy yourself and have a good game of golf whenever you're going out next.
Okay,
right.
Thanks.
Thanks,
Bye-bye.
Chris Papps, Chair of the Otaki Community Board there.
106.3 Beach FM.